If I had to pick one supplement to suggest first for perimenopausal sleep and anxiety symptoms, this would be it. Hello and welcome to The Midwife Says. My name is Melanie and I'm almost a licensed midwife in the state of Florida. Here I share evidence-based facts about women's health, pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. Today, the Allegra and Pepcid menopause trend, where it came from, what the biological theory is, what the research actually shows, what the real risks are, and what the evidence-based alternatives look like. 4 studies today. Let's go. The trend involves taking a combination of antihistamines, fexofenadine, and cetirizine, the brands Allegra and Zyrtec, alongside famotidine, commonly known as Pepcid. Women on social media have reported improvements in hot flashes, flushing, skin itching, low energy, and brain fog. The origin appears to come from reports and online communities, not from scientific journals or clinical trials. These medications are not approved to treat menopause symptoms. So right away, we have a community-generated trend spreading because women are truly desperate for belief. And sometimes stories that pass through communities are very, very valid, but I'm just here to share the evidence on it. Menopause is underrated, and women have historically been dismissed when they report symptoms. I get why this is spreading. Now, let's look at whether there's science behind the idea. So here's where it gets interesting, because there is a biological mechanism being pointed to, and that's not made up. The theory centers on histamine and mast cells. As estrogen declines in perimenopause, mast cells, which are immune cells that release histamine, become more reactive. There's a real and growing body of research suggesting that declining estrogen leads to increased mast cell activation. Histamine, when elevated, can cause flushing, skin reactions, itching, palpitations, and disrupted sleep. Symptoms that overlap significantly with classic perimenopause. Study number 1, a 2019 paper in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences by Phytosome explored the relationship between mast cells, histamine, and estrogen signaling. The authors found that estrogen receptors are present on mast cells, and that estrogen decline can dysregulate mast cell behavior. This is legitimate science. Famotidine is an H2 antihistamine, meaning it blocks a different histamine receptor than the H1 antihistamines like Allegra. H2 receptors are more involved in the gut and cardiovascular system. The theory is that blocking both receptor sites simultaneously offers broader coverage. The biological logic is not nonsense. The problem is the gap between this mechanism exists, and therefore taking these medications will reliably relieve your perimenopause symptoms. That is a significant leap. Study number 2. As of right now, there are no published randomized controlled trials specifically testing this drug combination for perimenopause symptom relief. We're extrapolating from mechanism, not measuring from outcome. These are over-the-counter medications generally considered for short-term use in healthy adults, but here are my concerns. First is drug interactions. Combining antihistamines and famotidine without medical guidance can compound side effects, including dizziness, dry mouth, constipation, urinary retention, and in some populations, cardiac effects. Chronic use is unknown. So we don't know what the effects will be if you're using this combination over a significant period of time. These medications have not been studied for long-term daily use, specifically in perimenopausal women for this purpose. We don't know what sustained H2 blockade does to gut microbiome, bone density, nutrient absorption over months or years. Most critically, delayed appropriate care. Women trying unproven treatments may delay seeking appropriate medical care and miss out on treatments that are known to be effective. Perimenopause is a window. Early intervention, whether hormonal or lifestyle-based, has compounding long-term benefits. Spending months on an unproven combination while your symptoms impact your sleep and quality of life is not a neutral choice. Now, here's the nuance I want to give you, because I think the Allegra Pepcid trend is pointing at something real. Even if the solution is clumsy, if mast cell activation and histamine reactivity are contributing to your perimenopausal symptoms, then there's far more targeted approach than reaching for random OTC drugs. Quercetin is a natural plant flavonoid that functions as a mast cell stabilizer. It reduces histamine release at the source rather than blocking receptors after the fact. It's been studied for immune regulation and has a significantly cleaner safety profile for long-term use than antihistamine drugs. I recommend the Thorne Quercetin Phytosome. It uses a phytosome delivery system that makes it more bioavailable, and it's third-party tested. Thorne is one of the most trusted supplement brands. A lot of functional medicine practitioners use it. It's just very reliable. If you're interested in this, I will leave a link in the description box. They did not ask me to sponsor this product. This is a product I trust, and I sought out the link for this product. As always, discuss any supplement with your provider, especially if you're on medications. Here's what I actually want you to walk away with: real options, not just talk to your doctor without any direction. Hormone therapy has the strongest evidence base for vasomotor symptoms. Study number 3, a 2022 updated analysis in Menopause journal confirmed that for women under 60 or within 10 years of menopause onset, the benefits of hormone therapy significantly outweigh the risks for most women. The early 2000s, the HWI panic has been substantially recontextualized. If you've been told HRT is categorically too dangerous, please seek a second opinion from a menopause-informed provider. Is FDA approved for hot flashes. This works on neurocanine pathway, a real approved option for women who can't or do not want to use hormones. Magnesium glycinate. Magnesium deficiency is extremely common in perimenopausal women, and low magnesium compounds both sleep disruption and vasomotor symptoms. It's one of the most straightforward, low-risk interventions with genuine supporting evidence for sleep quality. I linked the brand Doctor's Best high absorption magnesium glycinate in the description. This one is a chelated form bound to amino acids for better absorption. This particular one comes with 240 tablets and has very good reviews. If I had to pick one supplement to suggest first for perimenopausal sleep and anxiety symptoms, this would be it. The next adjustment that you can make, which is a lifestyle change, and my go-to for any physical discomfort is always addressing lifestyle changes first, is a low histamine diet. Low histamine diets have plausible supporting logic. Alcohol and caffeine are significant mast cell triggers and are known to worsen hot flashes in multiple trials. Reducing both is free. They have no drug interactions and has the best evidence of the lifestyle interventions I just listed. Look more into a low histamine diet if you are struggling with these symptoms. And if you want to start tracking which symptoms cluster around which cycle phase and around foods or certain triggers, you can see whether histamine or hormonal patterns are driving what. For this, I recommend keeping a symptom journal. I'm going to link the period tracker journal that I've linked from a couple other videos down below. Study number 4 is a 2021 Cochrane review on lifestyle interventions for vasomotor symptoms. This study found that while no single approach was a silver bullet, the combination of regular exercise, dietary modification like low histamine diet, and stress reduction produced significantly meaningful reduction in several trials. Your body has tools, and so does modern medicine. But if you can fix your symptoms with lifestyle changes, why not start on that route first? Here's the bottom line. The Allegra Pepcid trend is born from real suffering and real biology. The histamine mast cell connection in perimenopause is legitimate science worth watching. But reaching for a random OTC combination without clinical guidance, and especially without proper evaluation, is not the answer. If you want to go deeper on the mast cell and histamine piece with a well-formulated supplement approach, I also linked to the Designs for Health HistaEase in the description. It's a quercetin, nettle, bromelain, and luteolin formula designed specifically for histamine balance. I really hope that this video was helpful to you. If you found it valuable, please share it with someone who has seen this trend and is wondering whether to try it. It can help them get the full picture. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any more evidence-based health discussions. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.